Howdy, y'all. Welcome to the Commander Go Show. My name is Cobra Kai, and like any self-respecting Cobra, I have mastered the art of self-defense. And now you can too, in just 5 easy steps, with Cobra Carl's 5-step karate program.
Carl, we talked about this. I'm happy to have you on the show, but I don't want you turning it into a commercial.
Oh, right, sorry, force of habit. But you know me, always working, always selling. Gotta bring in that green, gotta make that moolah.
Okay, well, don't let it happen again. I don't want to have to put a paid promotion label on this video.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that none. I wasn't fixing to pay you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Commander Go review of Karate Kid Legends. And please welcome my guest for today, my friend, Cobra Carl. Hello, Carl. Glad to have you on the show.
Well, I sure am happy to be here, too.
Now, Carl, I know you, and I know what an honest guy you are.
Dang straight. My dear old papa raised me to be a straight shooter.
But sadly, I have seen far too many people take one look at you and jump to the wrong conclusions. What do you say to the people who call you a snake oil salesman?
Oh, I don't pay them no mind. I mean, I am a snake salesman, but I am the best snake salesman this side of the Rio Grande. I can sell anything you want me to sell. You want me to sell oil? I can sell that oil. But I can sell so much more than just oil. I can sell real estate, peanuts, power tools, those little plastic things at the ends of shoelaces.
You mean aglets?
There you go, aglets. You know, you are a smart cookie. You are a guy who really knows his aglets. And if you're interested, I know a guy who can get me a truckload of aglets at half the cost, and I will pass the savings right on to you, my friend. Cut you a real sweet deal.
No thanks, Carl. But if I'm ever in the market, I'll know who to call.
Dang right. You call your old friend Carl. He'll treat you right.
So anyway, you're here to help me review Karate Kid Legends. So what's your experience with the Karate Kid franchise?
Oh, I love the Karate Kid. I've loved it ever since my cousin Kai first posed for that Cobra logo.
Wait, you're saying that the Cobra Kai logo is your cousin? Your cousin is Cobra Kai?
Sure is, and we're awful proud of our famous cousin. He's still waiting on those royalty checks, though. I figured they'd start coming in once they started that TV series up, but nothing yet. I told him, you always gotta get it in writing. You can't always trust those handshake deals. Especially us Cobras, because we ain't got no hands.
Well, will you do the honors and introduce the review?
Sure thing, good buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes glued to the screen for the review of Karate Kid Legends.
By the way, if you would like to see more content about pop culture, movies, and TV, then click that subscribe button. And hey, it just might brighten your day too. And now, on with the show. Karate Kid Legends is the new feature film sequel to The Karate Kid. It begins with reused footage from The Karate Kid Part 2, in which Mr. Miyagi is telling his karate student, Daniel LaRusso, the origin of his family's karate. It seems that his ancestor, while fishing off the coast of Okinawa, was blown off course and ends up in China, where he learned the secret of Miyagi karate. This segues into an animated segment elaborating that in China, Miyagi's ancestor was taken in by the Han family, who taught him kung fu, which he adapted into his own style of karate before returning to Okinawa. This connects the 2010 Karate Kid remake that followed Jackie Chan's character Mr. Han to the continuity shared by the rest of the Karate Kid franchise.
Now that's a smart move. The Cobra Kai TV show probably brought a lot of new fans to the series who are likely gonna be curious and want to see the movies that came before. But they could have easily skipped the 2010 movie since it wasn't part of the same story. But by retconning it into the story, that's gonna increase the audience's demand for it.
We are then introduced to a teenage kung fu student in China named Li Fong. He is Mr. Han's prized student, but his mother has taken a new job in New York City, and Li Fong and his mother are moving there. Once there, Li Fong meets Mia, a teenage girl whose father owns a pizza restaurant in his new neighborhood. He becomes very interested in getting to know Mia. It turns out that Mia's father used to be a boxer before leaving that life behind to open a pizza restaurant. but he ended up owing a lot of money to a loan shark who also owns a local karate school. The loan has come due, and some of the loan shark's karate students are sent to attack Mia's father for not paying. Li Fong steps in and saves Mia's father, who then asks Li Fong to teach him kung fu to help him prepare for one more boxing match for the prize money needed to clear his debt. When things don't go as planned, Li Fong ends up agreeing to enter himself in a karate tournament to get the money instead. Learning of this, Mr. Han visits from China to train Li Fong, but since it's a karate tournament, not a kung fu tournament, Li Fong will need someone to teach him karate as well. Mr. Han then flies to California to personally ask Daniel LaRusso, the former student of the late Mr. Miyagi, to come to New York to teach Miyagi-style karate to Li Fong. Now with the help of his teachers Mr. Han and Mr. LaRusso, Li Fong must win the karate championship in order to save his girlfriend's family. This movie makes use of the familiar Karate Kid formula. Single mom and teenage son, moving to a new city, the new girlfriend, the bullies, the karate tournament.
But it throws a few curves too. Instead of the teenager being saved from bullies, it's the teenager that saves his girlfriend's father. And he's not fighting for his own future now, but for the future of his girlfriend's family. See, audiences want something familiar, but it can't be too familiar. You can't keep repackaging the same product and expect it to still sell. You gotta mix it up a little. You want it to feel familiar, but you also want it to feel fresh too.
The movie also does a good job balancing being a story you can watch on its own while still fitting into a larger franchise. What you need to know about The Karate Kid to enjoy this movie, you probably already know just through pop culture osmosis. I actually expected it to tie more closely into the recent and very popular Cobra Kai series, but the only nod to the Cobra Kai series comes at the end, and it's just for fun. You don't need to have seen any of Cobra Kai to follow the story, but nothing contradicts anything in Cobra Kai either.
Again, that's a good move. Most folks don't want to have to do a lot of homework before watching a movie, so you don't want to limit your audience like that if you can help it. But they did miss an opportunity here. The original Karate Kid had Sensei John Kreese as its villain, a real mean cuss. And it really showed its audience how despicable a character he was. Now, villains are very marketable. Audiences love a good villain. They love to see heroes overcome a truly vile threat. You really gotta develop your villains. But Legends didn't do that. The villain's there, but you don't spend much time with him. You don't get to know and despise him personally. Now, I like this movie, but it would have gone over even better if it had a great villain.
I have to agree. I think this movie is good. It's a fun, feel-good experience. A little familiar, but it changes things up just enough. Its lack of a good villain keeps it from living up to the original Karate Kid, but it comes close. Close enough for me to give it a recommendation. Well, that about does it, Carl. Thanks for joining me. Any final thoughts before we go?
Remember, when you think quality, think Cobra Kai. So long, folks.